One second.
Yes, yes. This connecting, reconnecting, we all have to join, right, ma'am? All of us, ma'am and sirs. So we have to connect. So we say generally, seeing is believing. Tell me and I will forget. When you will show me and I will remember. When I will be involved, I will understand. So this is the saying of the student says that involve me. Involvement is so important. So here we see that the students' involvement, the teacher's talking time, that is triple T, is less. That even Piazza, one of my master trainers, have told right now, blah, 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 we say. But until unless we speak, we are not satisfied. We think that our profession is speaking, but triple T has to be listened. This is NEP of 2020. So what shall be done? The students have to be more attentive. Now we have to keep the students on their toes. What we have to do? We have to keep the students on their toes. They have to keep on doing the work, and the work activity based. So my dear friends, I'm on with my next slides, that is what new education policy states. Yes, please. I think somebody's mics are unmuted. I request all of you, please mute your mics once again. From joining hand, please, so that the session can be a success for all of us. We all are doing it as a part and parcel of the English department. I think you will bear with me. Thank you so much. So it is the vision of the national education policy. Education thus must move more towards learning about how to think critically and solve the problems, how to be creative and multidisciplinary, and how to innovate, invention. Adapt it also, adjust it, absorb it, new material in novel and changing fields. Pedagogy must evolve to make education more centered, discussion based, flexible, and of course, which is enjoyable. So, this part is very, very important. We teachers have to keep into consideration all the time while planning our lessons, while teaching, while going in the class. Before that, we have to keep in mind. These are the highlighting points, multidisciplinary, that is, and then invention. Sorry, the previous slide. So this is multidisciplinary means many subjects in one. Suppose we give the project, there are different subjects are involved with that. We have to be innovative. They have to adapt. Like I can give one example. COVID-19. This is the very best example for all of us. That children have to know or adapt the critical situation, and they have to solve the problem. Any part, suppose the scarcity of water in the hostel, what they will be doing or what they have to need to do. They have to solve the problem or they need to sit back and they have to be flexible around that. Now, my next slide says about the new education policy. The next part is the Teachers Association. The teachers have come together and the stakeholders, we all have thought something to be innovative, that we have come out with a competency based education. Like teacher education will gradually be moved into multidisciplinary colleges and university by 2030. This is said by Ministry of Human resource development. So we should be aware about it. We teachers are senior, secondary, and secondary level. We have to keep in mind, prepare our children in this way. Now, the content, what is content says? It says the concept, the ideas, and application. We have to apply it, and the problem solving also. So the content which occurs when teachers manage space, the giving the opportunity for the students to give the time to think, equip the materials also, the movement of the people, and lessons that are part of a curriculum or program of studies. Any lesson which we are teaching, that has to be the program of the studies and the movement of the people. In this way, we have to think about. Now, COVID, what is that? It focuses on the classroom group discussion as a social system that has its own features that teachers have to take into account. We teachers have to think into account managing the interpersonal relationship which is in the classroom. Now, the goal of that, I'm just introducing all these so that when I come to the major point, that is my topic, that is quite related to it. Okay, my dear friends. So to close the gap in achievement of learning outcomes, classroom, transaction will shift towards competency-based learning, and which is education. Now, the competency-based education is what? With the curriculum, teaching and learning, and assessment also. All three folds is together it goes. What will be the learning outcomes which is prescribed by the NCERT? I think right now the first session was conducted by Ma'am Tanushi Ma'am. She has mentioned about SAFL, that is structural assessment for analyzing learning. She has done that, and it is required for all the teachers to know this. So I'm just I'm showing you these slides that we have to keep in mind. So to facilitate teachers and schools, we all are facilitators over here. Nobody is superior, neither I nor anybody. We are just sharing our experiences with the new education policy, what is required, and what we have attended the seminars or webinars from DAV So creating and enabling the environment in school education. And that is the holistic progress card. That is the all-round development, which long time back, Mahatma Gandhi has also told, all-round development of a child, of any student. Then there are various initiatives which has been taken in term 1 and term 2. That is like adoption of NCERT learning outcomes, wide circular launch of term 1, term 2 in the year 2020 only. Now in 2021, what has been taken? That is, we teachers have to do the webinar online workshops. That is 50 hours, which was there taken on this interactive online course. Now coming to the process of learning framework development. We all have to develop in the education field. Now, we as educators, each one of us, strives to get our students ready for a rapidly changing world, gradually moving towards new and engaging ways of teaching and learning. We have to keep in mind all these points. So I've highlighted these things so that every time that our students will solve the problem, and rather they will be sharing with the teachers. Because teachers, we all are having a traditional method of education and learning. Now we have to switch on towards this, right? Now, one of the ways that we can equip our students with 21st century skill is by helping them to build competencies, creating a poetry, writing a poetry, literature, and critical thinking, which has been already discussed beautifully by Mr. Pialsa. The activity which is based, which grasp over the applying this concept learned in the classroom, in the real life situation. Now, how to do it? Suppose a chapter like Goli in 10th standard, a chapter, Natalia, a chapter about the custard, the dragon. It is a poem. The dragon, how can be a pet? Now, critical thinking goes, a dragon. Actually, when I taught this poem in my class, I have given the flag of the China there, Japan, China. The dragon is there, picture of the dragon with the fire. So fearful it seems to be. When I was a child, I used to see that. But now it had been made How can it be made as a pet? So where the satire lies? The satire, that is the poetic device. Now coming to that. So this is the critical thinking and analyzing that dragon is a fearful animal and it can be made as a pet. And the Belinda, a little girl, and the rest of the mouse, the ink, the blink, all with the rhyming together, they all are the pet, which Belinda is keeping. Now, I can just correlate Belinda in I just am forgetting the rape of the lock. There also the character Belinda was there. Yes. So she was so beautiful.
100 dresses.
Her ass. Yes.
100 dresses. 100 dresses.
Yes.
100 dresses.
No, not 100. No. The poetry, sir.
She is Wanda. She is Wanda, not Belinda.
Yeah. Belinda. Yeah, 100 dresses in Wanda.
Yes, ma'am. Belinda is in Rape of the Lock.
Describe the rape of the lock beautifully about.
Belinda. We all
The
have
Rape of the Lock.
Belinda. How was she?
Yes.
When Belinda used to smile, the world was gay. Do you remember? It is for all the beautiful here, ma'am is there. Ma'am, Belinda smiles, the world is gay. So how she, her assets and all. But here Belinda is character, a girl, little girl, who is keeping the pet in her house as dragon. So it is a critical thinking and now activity based. This is exactly what we are going to talk about. So let us see that the learning standards and the framework, which the NCRT, the National Council of Educational Research and Training, that together we all as educators are going to make the process of teaching a joy. So all are together and teachers triple T, teachers talking time has to be minimized. Whereas the students have to come forward and much work. I told you, keep the students on their toes. They have to work activity based. So let us see that, and our work comes less on. We have interacted between the teachers, we teachers over here in the workshop webinars of the imitation of the activity, which is based on the technology, I think. Yes? Yes, we all have to accept this. No? Learn slowly, but we have to learn it. No. Now the based education focuses on curriculum design, teaching and learning, and assessment. And it also focuses on learning objectives. What are the objectives of competency-based educated? Their talent has to be explored, and the skill which has been, they have the special skill that has to be earlier method. Ancient education system, that was what we have learned in B.Ed. Yes, may I know? May I ask anybody?
It was teacher-centric.
Yes, and Gurukul system was there, no? Very good.
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes, Gurukul system, teacher-centered. Teacher was the boss, but now the students are the boss over here. We have to focus on the interest. Though we can say that we are going towards Western culture also, or the students have to be prepared for the globally, so that they can go for their further studies and they should know for their talent. Even our Honorable Prime Minister, sir, is starting startup and job giver, not the job seeker. So those things are coming for that. So the nature of the subject and then the curriculum, which I have already discussed. Now, the worksheet. What is this crab worksheet? We have to distribute on the students. That is, first of all, after teaching the lesson, that is what do you know about the chapter, the poem, the prose before that? I think, my dear colleagues, that we can go for the previous lesson. When before teaching a lesson, you need to go that previous knowledge. But now we can ask from the student situation of the chapter, discussing, not giving the summary, just briefing. I'm coming to that. Come with some queries, and they will start the lesson. They can come to know. And decision making, they have to know the decision. What decision? The road not taken. We all have it, which is beyond the book. Then we come to know about the I just wanted to share it, expression. Can you look into these pictures, my dear colleagues, over here? Sorry, the expression over here. When I'm teaching the drama, while teaching the drama, some expressions are there. So they have to participate and create. And when painting, this painting, these are all expressions. We can see, now I can ask my dear participants, my dear colleagues, can you give me some words? What expression? By looking into these pictures. Yes.
Sorry for disturbing. There are so many teachers who are waiting in the.
Oh,
means,
sorry.
they're in the
Sure.
waiting room, ma'am.
But I cannot see the admission.
Tanushree ma'am can do
Cannot
that.
see. Actually, sir told that they can write their name and class, because I also have the problem, Piyal sir.
Okay.
When your session was going on, so principal sir, he told that write your name
Okay.
and the school name, then I can join.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
There are 52 participants right
It is
now.
not, I'm showing admit, otherwise 49 is not showing. Yes, PR sir. PR sir. I think Tanushree ma'am is the host.
Yes,
Ma'am.
yes, sir. There are 52 participants right now.
Now.
Yes,
it
so
is showing
Tanushree ma'am, I
together.
think you are the host. You can allow them.
The security feature
They might be waiting, no?
Meera
I-
ma'am and Manju.
1 minute, sir. There is no waiting room here.
51
I have
participants in the beginning,
disabled.
I.
I have disabled. I have disabled waiting room, sir. So there should not be any waiting room, I think.
Yeah. You just enable everybody to come in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that can be done.
Sorry, Rafat ma'am, to break the flow.
No, it's okay. No, it was essential, no, because I was also in the same condition, rejoining in your session. Okay, shall I, with your permission, shall I continue? Shall I continue, ma'am answers?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Continue, ma'am. Continue.
Thank
Very
you.
interesting.
So while teaching the prose or drama, right, or even poetry also, some expression I can give, like emotional wheel are there. The like I can say the expressions. Now we teachers have much vocabulary. What are the emotions? Major emotions, that is anger, disgust, fear, sadness. Yes, my dear participant, I think you should say. The answer should come from you all.
Happy,
See
surprised, happy,
drowsy.
surprised,
Pensive.
Yes, correct.
scared,
Yes. Yes, correct. Anticipation. Yes. Anticipation it can be.
Yes, ma'am.
Trust also. I think trust also some figure you can see. Trust.
Doubts.
Confidence. Confidence also I think. Mocking also I think no.
confused,
Because I think you can see I will. Yeah, very good. I can
confused,
see
Rafat ma'am,
confident.
confused,
Just making
confused,
fun. Very good. Yes.
confused.
Yes. Right. Very good. Excellent.
Despair, Rafat ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Despair.
Correct. Yes, sir. I heard you. Correct. You are 100% correct.
Melancholy.
Yes. Any others? So many vocabularies, sir. My students are genius. Suppose this lot I would have got, sir, we would have no problem, no? Of getting less than 80%. That is the target for all of us. And the students are not coming. I think in your schools also, they're not appearing. Online, also they are, and answer all these things in the next session. Yes, ma'am and sir, I think. So shall I go for the next slide? Next slide is about the poetry versus prose. We have to divide some activities are there in prose and poetry different. Okay. Now, really, to be very frank, ma'am and sir, I am sharing those things honestly, which I teach in the class to my honest and sirs. Can you see the stick figure? Can you see the stick figure red? This I asked my children to draw 3 stick figures. Right?
Some other
And I
voices are
told
coming,
them,
ma'am, continuously. Some
sorry,
other
yes,
voices
sir?
are coming continuously, ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Background sound, background sound.
Yes.
And I am not listening you properly.
Okay. Ma'am and sirs, once again, I request you with joining hands, please cooperate with all of us. And let's make it full the session. Please mute your mics. Please mute your mics, then only this session can be a success. Will you cooperate with me? Because it will be delayed. I would like to complete on time. Yes, please. Otherwise, keep on repeating the same thing. It will discontinue. Water. Activity based, no activity. Teaching prose and poetry to activity. So I little figure, not like this, the picture which is there. You can see, which I have downloaded through the net. We all know this. We all take the help of the net and all for the promotion of our lessons, right? So I just told them, please draw this stick figure. Can you see? All of you, please. Can you see this?
Yes.
Stick figure, red. 3 stick figures. And the middle one should be taller than the rest of the 2. So describe, right? Sorry. They have not seen this poem, but I'm just describing. And I also describe, please draw the splashes of water which touches their feet. So what I told them, my instruction was draw 3 figures, stick figures, and the middle one will be taller, and their feet should touching the water. This much only I told them, nothing else. The background of what only, all water. So now, what I'm describing, so the explaining, they come to know all these instructions and they drew this picture. Yes, my dear friends, are you following what I mean to say that? So I did this and I was really, so this, the middle figure was the poet's mother. She was taller. So this was their description in this poem. The sea appears to have changed less. So the water which is touching, I think the rest of the poem, stick figures, I have helped them to train and to teach them a good poetry. Yes, ma'am and sirs, I hope you have understood this activity of teaching poetry. I just done, this is taught in 11th class. I have also told you about this one, teaching that poem, which anybody can say answer, the dragon, the blink, the ink, the mouse, all these are the pets.
The Tale of Custard.
Yes, which poem? Very good. The Tale That's the dragon. It's all about the dragon being made a pet. So I told you while teaching that poem, I showed the flag of which country? Which country? China. Yes, am I right? I might be right or false. Please correct me if I'm
China.
wrong.
Yes, yes,
China.
ma'am.
China,
Dragon
China.
picture
Dragon.
always clicked me. Whenever this flag, why is this dragon? Which type of dragon? The fire is coming from that. And this dragon can be a pet. Think. Yes, no, sir? And madam? How can be a dragon? And the dragon is covered. A dragon with a, satire. Yes? Satire.
Toward the social to analyze
Anybody else who could explain? Very nice. You have explained, sir. Level is
What question, ma'am?
my question was, how will you explain the student about the satire, the poetic device that is the satire?
May I try? May I try?
Let Shakti sir say. Let him complete. Shakti sir is speaking. And earlier Arun sir, no, that's not he told. Okay, let them speak.
Rafat ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, please.
A satire is a way in which we highlight the weaknesses of human beings, but the intention is not to make fun, but to correct it.
Correct. Very good. That cannot be. Very good.
In a very, the serious things that should be done in a very light-hearted manner.
Yes, correct. So now when you are speaking, please unmute it. Yes, sir.
For example, if we speak, I speak to someone else. For example, take the example of one student who is not good at study. And directly I say to by nature he is very careless. And at the same time, if I speak in this way, you are good study. Perhaps this is a good example of satire, because my purpose is behind saying in such a way to the same student in order to make him correct, in order to take him into positive direction.
That's the point. Yes, that's the point. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes,
But
sir.
sir, the example you gave is that.
Hello. May I speak, ma'am?
Yes, madam.
Hello.
Yes, Arun, sir.
Hello.
But the example the sir gave
May I
the example
answer,
of
ma'am?
sarcasm.
May I answer, ma'am? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Yes. Satire is actually to criticize the contemporary problems in the society, and the main intention of the writer is to improve the traits of that the people living in that contemporary age. For example, Jonathan Swift's the Gulliver Travels.
Tale of the Tub.
Gulliver's Travels.
Tale of the
Yes.
Tub